good day from Macomb City Hall. It is President Abraham Lincoln's birthday today. It's the 12th of February, 2021. From Macomb City Hall, this is Macomb Mayor Mike Inman with the latest information on the COVID-19 pandemic here in Macomb and McDonough County. As has been our past practice, we'll provide you with information regarding the current case status. We'll talk a little bit about testing, and we'll also talk about vaccines, and with always the reminder to remember, no matter where we're at, as long as we're still dealing with a pandemic, in which there's no doubt we still are, that we should be practicing social distancing, using face coverings, and wash your hands frequently. So that mantra continues. The most recent data from late yesterday afternoon from the McDonough County Health Department is reporting an additional 4 cases yesterday, with 2 newly recovered cases as of yesterday. And for some context, that brings the total number of cases since the onset of the pandemic to 2,274. They're currently tracking 29 total cases in the county. And unfortunately, since we had an opportunity to connect last, there's been 1 additional death reported in the county, a gentleman in his 80s. So our condolences go to his family as they deal with their loss. So again, that's the current case status in the county. I want to also share with you some information as it relates to the testing process. Remember, we're still talking about testing and mitigation strategies as well as vaccines. So testing continues. I would ask you to check carefully the McDonough District Hospital website. Last weekend, they had some adjustments in their operation by moving their COVID testing into the emergency room waiting area. It didn't require a visit or charge through the ER or anything like that. But we're expecting, and we'll get into that and again before we part, some rather cold temperatures again this weekend. So check their website, but they'll be operating one way or the other, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. weekdays, and then this weekend 8 to 1 on Saturday and Sunday. So check their website, and it's at the bottom of your screen along with those dates and times. They very well may be doing their testing through their normal process, but be attentive to they may be redirecting you because of the temperature into the ER at MDH. Also, the CVS pharmacy here is also doing testing. That's testing, and that's by appointment only. So check their website out and you can make those appointments online. That information is at the bottom of your screen. And there were several testing dates that the Illinois Department of Public Health was operating in the Q-Lot area near Tanner Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. Several of those were canceled earlier this week. For example, there was one scheduled for yesterday that was canceled. One that was scheduled for this coming Monday, the 15th, that too is canceled because of the predicted weather forecast. But it will be up and running on the 17th, Wednesday the 17th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Q-Lot, Western Illinois University, Tanner Hall Circle. IDPH, it's very quick, very non-invasive, like MDH's as well. But again, more opportunities spread throughout the community to test. And we would still very much encourage you to test. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to have a doctor's order. Don't even have to suspect you've been exposed. We're just trying to get a good idea of the prevalence of the prevalence of the virus here in the county. So IDPH has been very good about providing their contracted staff to come in, and to Macomb in particular, and to keep us in a testing queue. So, and if I'm not mistaken, that will continue for Wednesdays throughout the month of March. So please check both the Health Department website, McDonough County Health Department. That information is at the bottom of your screen now for testing locations, as well as some other things we're going to discuss. So the other variable here we're dealing with is vaccinations, and that has been going fairly well considering the limited supply. So the Illinois Department of Public Health is also tracking vaccination distribution throughout the state by county. So as of yesterday, there had been a total of 4,100 doses of vaccine administered here in McDonough County. That's 4,100. And 958 people have been fully vaccinated in the county. So that 4,100 number represents about 3.2% of our population here in McDonough County. So the vaccine is getting out. It's rolling out slow but sure. And so we want to also remind you that the online portal to get set up here through the health department is getyourcovidshot.com. That's on your screen now. You can go through several clicks there, and remember that this is set up for everyone in the 1A category and everyone in the 1B category. So one of the groups that we're getting, obviously we want to make sure they get vaccinated, 65 years of age and older in the county. Currently, the health department's reporting on their website that all the slots through the end of this month for that group are booked. Now, they're working diligently to bring on more availability, and I would ask you to continue to check that website. Again, that's getyourcovidshot.com, because there could be some changes that don't get announced very quickly, and there would maybe be an opportunity that you could get in if you were in that 65 and older age group. I would tell you that if you're an other essential worker, or if you need your second dose and are not 65 or older, that there is availability in the county through the balance of this month. There is availability for those folks. So if you can check the health department's website, again, getyourcovidshot.com, you'll see an opportunity there. And again, for those in the community that are 65 and older, we appreciate your patience as the health department looks to get additional available slots on that website so that they can have access to the community to get those booked. So again, check that frequently, and then we would again ask for your patience and understanding, and we know that anxiety is high, and understandably so. We're all very much wanting to take care of those most vulnerable in our population, and we understand that that's creating some additional anxiety on their part as they wait patiently to get vaccinated. But we'd also remind you that Hy-Vee is still in the business of vaccinating folks. They're suffering the same limited supply as everyone else. The health department is. It's a national. You've probably seen in many of the national news reports that there's a national limited supply of vaccines across the board, whether it's Pfizer or Moderna. But again, as we've stated here many times in the past, that we're getting closer to what appears to be an emergency use authorization from the FDA for Johnson & Johnson's one-shot vaccine. There's some indication coming out of DC that likely is to occur towards the end of the month. So we'll look forward to that additional availability, not only across the country, but hopefully here locally, and that would allow for more folks to get their vaccines. We'd also remind you that, again, we've had some personal experience here in City Hall with folks contributing their blood plasma to the convalescent plasma program through the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center. That information for checking that out is on your website, or on the bottom of your screen right now. And again, with what's the number here the health department's reporting? Some almost 2,200 cases recovered in McDonough County. That's a huge opportunity for those folks to reach out to the blood center and see if they could be part of the healing process through the convalescent plasma program. It's a very neat, I say neat, and that it's very interesting how the process works and how it ultimately is able to benefit people who are maybe very severely ill with the COVID virus, and an opportunity for folks to have a direct impact on helping someone else possibly survive. So again, that information at the bottom of your screen. We'd also like to take a minute and remind you that we're expecting some continued unseasonably cold weather for this weekend. It would appear that we're in for a sustained number of hours starting late Saturday through maybe the evening hours on Monday or into early Tuesday morning, where we'll be at or below zero through most of that time period. So take extra efforts. You can check the city's website. We have some information there about how you can protect your house from frozen pipes. Take good precautions to ensure the safety of your loved ones in your home. And then we'd also remind you, as part of your effort, as we look at, again, temperatures may be in the neighborhood of 30 or more degrees below normal over the next several days. Take care to take care of those animals that are outside that normally are fine outdoors, but maybe they need a little extra attention this weekend, whether it's livestock or pets or whatever the case. So again, check the National Weather Service or your local news service, weather provider, so that you can keep abreast of. It does seem to, over the last week, those forecasts have relented a little bit in that the lows will not be quite as cold as they were anticipating or predicting a week or so ago, but still consistent, several hours of consistent temperatures at or below zero over the next 3 days. So students at most area schools will have Monday off. And hope they enjoy their day off. It'll be a little chilly, but we hope that they have an opportunity to relax from their studies and enjoy some downtime and some good exercise or activities outdoors with respect to being careful due to the cold. So again, we continue to make some progress, continue to see light at the end of the tunnel here in our area as it relates to COVID. We're, again, a sustained decrease in the number of cases. That doesn't mean that we need to wave the white flag on what we're doing as far as mitigating those possibilities of exposure with remembering to use face coverings, social distance, and hand washing. So for now, that'll do it. We'll wish you a very good weekend, and we'll be in touch again soon.